Today, I'm going to review two of my favorite eyeshadow palettes by Profusion. What's going on, guys? It's Teea here, and I want to go over my two favorite eyeshadow palettes by Profusion. Both of these palettes have a lot of color to them, and they're actually surprisingly really vibrant, especially against my skin, because I have kind of olive-ish skin-ish. Depends on how much sun I get. Usually it's less. Usually it's pretty pale these days. What I found is these really show up really nice. They're really inexpensive. This was only $10, and I've had this now for several months. You can see it's kind of banged up in a couple of spots. It's been around for a while. I've been using it for quite some time, and I really like it because it has a nice matte color to it, which of course it's, you know, mattes. I find that I really like this one. It's not too heavy on the skin. It's not too bright or dull. It has a good combination to it. So Sugar is actually a nice bright color. It's got a nice bright, can't see it very well in that camera, but I'll use this in the corners of my eye and along the bottom a little bit as kind of a highlight. Sometimes I'll put it under my brow bone as part of a highlight, and it just turns out really nice. Ain't that right, Copper? Unity, I actually haven't really used much yet. It almost fits the same skin tone on my face. I think that's why I haven't really used it too much. Same thing with Doll. I could see somebody that has like a lighter skin tone, this would be really good for you. For my skin tone, it doesn't quite work very well. I could probably use it on like the outer bits of my eye and then put a darker color on top of it. But I don't feel like it would show up very good on my skin color, but on somebody else's, it'll probably show up great. That's where Zing comes in. Zing, I found, is a nice dark color. I really like it, especially in the corners of my eyes, like the outer corner of my eye. It ends up a nice, really dark color to it, which will show up really nice on your skin. I use it all the time when I use this palette. I feel like it shows up really nice. Same thing with Devious. Devious is what I'll usually use in the outer corner of my eye and underneath my eyelid, especially if I use like a brown liquid liner. I usually don't like using that on the bottom, so I will use Obvious or Devious. It's Devious. His name is Devious on here. I'll use that one on my lower lash line as part of the dimension of my eye. I feel like it turns out really nice like that. And along the bottom here, Discreet, I actually do use quite a bit. It's a nice peachy color, but as you can see, it doesn't really show up on my skin very well. I usually use that as a base for the other colors that I put on top of it. Fly, this will be the first time I'm putting Fly on my skin too. It just doesn't fit my skin. Oh no, hey, maybe I should use that more often. That's not too bad. I like that. That'd be a nice like middle color of my eye to the outer corner of my eye. Like maybe I should use Zing on top of that. That actually looks really nice. And Proud is another one that I use quite often. It's more on the darker side, which is why I like it. A Fire is exactly what it looks like. It looks like it's a little bit of fire. And this one I've used a couple of times for more of that party looking makeup that's a lot darker, like to a reddish tone to it. It's super nice, and it looks really, really nice with black dresses or like fun little black dresses or like a little night out kind of dress. And then Fuse, which is another nice outer corner darkening for your eye there. Just for my skin color. Everybody's skin color is going to be a little bit different, so my arm is actually quite pale. So to give you kind of an idea there, I put it way too far over on the side, but yeah, those are the mattes. The reason I like this so much is because it is so pigmented. It shows up very nice on my skin. And plus my skin is quite oily and it doesn't like to hang on to these colors at all. I end up finding that I'm wiping it off halfway through the night, even if I use the setting spray and any kind of anything that'll try to help keep it there. Oil will just eat right through it. It doesn't matter. The other palette that I use a lot is Pro Pigment. So this is one of my favorite palettes. It has a lot of colors to it. And you can see it's a little dirty. Sorry about that. So in Pro Pigment, it's just like it says, it's very pigmented. There's a lot of really bright colors in here. This actually showed up in my makeup roulette video. It ended up being, I believe, all of the colors that I ended up using on my face, like Jive and stuff like that, ended up turning out really nice. I was surprised because it's quite bright, but it turns out really nice if you blend it properly. A lot of times I won't go quite to that extreme of a color unless I am dressing up as a character or it's a Halloween kind of situation. Sometimes I will if the mood fits me right. I've been getting a little bit more brave with my colors lately. I would like to get even braver with them. This channel is kind of my way of pushing myself to do brighter, more extravagant, bigger kind of makeup looks on myself. I want to really push the envelope and really see what I can do with it, because I find makeup a lot of fun. I've been doing dress up for a lot of years and I just think these are super fun. Precious I use a lot and it's got pink in it. Oh no, get rid of that pink. Nice shimmery white to it, which does go good at highlighting your eyes. I really like it, but a lot of these all of these pigments are really bright, but it still shows up really nice. I actually haven't put Nebula on me yet. Ooh, it's a nice purpley black. But I like this palette because it's an overall palette. It has colors and shimmers and mattes on it, which are actually really nice and bright on your skin. The nice thing about this is I only paid $12 for this at Target. I think they're $10 now at Target. And it's a really inexpensive and a really nice product for what you get, especially for the price. A lot of the brighter eyeshadows are sometimes more expensive. Sometimes you can find them cheaper, but I just find that this is like a good bang for your buck for your eyeshadows. I really enjoy it. These are my two favorite palettes that I use pretty much in every event that I go to. I have a couple other palettes that I use that I'll show in another video, but these are my go-tos that are a nice, cheaper, affordable palette to have. It's great for beginners that are learning how to do the different shadows in your eyes, of like the corners, the middle, the outer corners, the under eye, everything. These are really nice, especially for starting out. They have all of the different shades in one that you would need. Also a little example on the back, but any kind of makeup tutorials you can watch online. Watch this channel for more makeup tutorial videos. But you can learn how to do all kinds of different color patterns with these, and especially with the Pro Pigment, it can basically cover you for any situation, any kind of outfit that you're in. So that's why I like it, because it covers me on all my bases. So if you like these palettes, they'll actually be in the description below. You can just go down there and click on it. It'll take you right to the link for it. And I hope you enjoyed it. Give this a big thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye! I have a baby. His name is Copper, and he is obnoxious some days.